So, you're on a medication like Ozempic or Wegovy, and you might be thinking the shot does all the heavy lifting. But here's the thing. The food on your plate can be the difference between just losing some weight and truly transforming your health. Today, we're going to break down the essential diet strategies that actually work with your medication, not against it.
All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we'll connect the dots on why your diet is suddenly so important. Then, we're going to tackle the 3 biggest hurdles you might face: calming your digestion, keeping blood sugar steady, and crucially, protecting your muscle. And finally, we'll wrap it all up into a straightforward success plan you can start using, well, right away.
Okay, first things first, what even is semaglutide? It's the powerhouse active ingredient in these drugs, and what it does is it basically mimics a hormone your body already makes called GLP-1. You can think of GLP-1 as your body's natural manager for blood sugar and appetite. Semaglutide just comes in and turns the volume way up on that manager's voice, which helps you feel full and keeps your blood sugar from going haywire.
Now, this is probably the most important thing to get your head around. There is no official magic Ozempic diet. But, and this is a big but, the food choices you make every single day aren't just background noise anymore. They're either going to supercharge your results or they're going to actively work against you. And that's what we're about to get into.
Exactly. You want your diet and your medication to be a team, working together, not stuck in some kind of tug-of-war. So let's talk about how to make that happen, starting with one of the biggest changes you're probably already feeling, your digestion. So let's dig into this first big piece. A key reason semaglutide works so well is that it literally hits the brakes on your digestion. Food just hangs out in your stomach for longer, and that's the secret sauce that makes you feel full even when you're eating less.
And yeah, feeling full is great, but that digestive slowdown, that's also what can kick off some of those really common side effects. We're talking bloating, nausea, maybe some heartburn. So the real challenge becomes, how do you get the benefit of feeling full without all the discomfort?
Well, the answer is all about feeding your gut the good stuff. We're talking about foods packed with prebiotic fibers and something called resistant starches. Think of these as superfoods for all the healthy bacteria in your gut. This includes things like lentils, overnight oats, and get this, even potatoes that have been cooked and then cooled down. That cooling process actually changes the starch and makes it amazing for your gut.
And this is where it gets really cool. A dietitian, Cara Landau, points out that this is about way more than just managing side effects. When you eat these foods, you're actually helping your body learn to produce more of that GLP-1 hormone all on its own. It's like you're setting yourself up for long-term success, even after the medication.
But what about right now? What if you're feeling queasy at this very moment? The official advice is simple. Go back to basics. Just stick with bland, low-fat foods that are easy on your system. Things like crackers, plain toast, rice, or some clear soup until you're feeling better.
Okay, digestive system is hopefully feeling a bit better. The next piece of this whole puzzle is blood sugar, and this is where your food choices can make a massive, direct impact on how well the medication actually works.
Just remember, the main job of semaglutide is to help you manage your blood sugar. So if you're downing a sugary soda or eating a bunch of processed snacks, you're basically forcing the medication to fight this huge uphill battle against these really sharp spikes and crashes in your system.
So the move here is to switch over to what are called low glycemic foods. Instead of that sharp, spiky energy you get from sugar, these foods give you a slow, steady, rolling wave of energy. We're talking about delicious stuff like avocados, berries, broccoli, kale, all things your body processes nice and slow.
All right, let's move on to our third challenge, and honestly, this one is huge and so often overlooked: protecting your muscle. This is absolutely essential, because the whole point is to lose fat, right? Not the muscle that actually keeps you strong and keeps your metabolism running.
So here's the danger. With your appetite turned way down, it becomes incredibly easy to not eat enough, especially not enough protein. And if your body doesn't get the protein it needs from your food, it's going to start looking for it somewhere else. And that somewhere else is your own muscle tissue. We definitely want to avoid that. So how much protein is enough? Well, experts actually give us a pretty specific target. You want to aim for about 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein for every kilogram of your body weight each day. Hitting this number is pretty much your best defense for holding on to that precious muscle while the fat disappears.
And you know what? Hitting that number is way easier than it sounds. The simple rule is to make a lean protein the star of every single meal. Whether it's chicken, fish, tofu, lentils, whatever you like, just make it a priority. Make sure protein is the first thing you think about for every meal.
Okay, we have worked through the big three: digestion, blood sugar, and muscle. So now let's tie this all together into a practical plan you can actually use day in and day out.
I want you to think of this as your cheat sheet. On the left, you've got your green light foods. These are the things that are going to help you feel amazing and make the medication work even better. And on the right, these are more like your yellow light foods, the ones you want to limit because they're more likely to cause side effects or just slow down your progress.
And here is just a brilliant, game-changing tip from Dr. Lauren Lemieux. It's all about retraining your brain. She says to start by serving yourself just half of what you would have normally eaten. Then, and this is the most important part, eat it slowly, and then just wait. Wait 15 or 20 minutes. That little pause gives your stomach time to actually tell your brain, hey, we're good down here, I'm full.
So let's lock this in. Your 4 main strategies are: number 1, start small with those portions. Number 2, always keep your bigger goal in mind, your why. Number 3, make protein your priority at every meal. And number 4, you don't have to do this alone. Team up with your doctor or a dietitian to help guide you.
And as we finish up this explainer, I'm just going to leave you with this one question to think about. Look beyond that number on the scale for a second. What's the real health goal you're trying to achieve here? Is it having more energy to play with your kids, or maybe feeling less pain in your joints? Connecting what you eat every day to that deeper why? Well, that's the real secret to success.